So, a lot of you guys have wondered, hey, what about Pokemon? What about Pokemon data? Well, from here on out, there will be things that we Pokemon players like to call Pokemon bios. Basically, these will be me going over all sorts of. These will be pretty much be me going over the Pokemon from here on out in minor detail, not 100% detail, but some detail. So let's go ahead and start things off. Pidgey is a normal flying type, which is actually pretty generic for it. Pidgey is, well, again, generic. It's mainly functions as being like a really speedy Pokemon that has a lot of HP, but its attacking stats don't really complement it that well, and it's kind of a mixed bag in its other stats: defense, special attack, and special defense. It will become much better later on, but for right now, it's not really much. In addition, there are also better normal flying types coming around, which which definitely sets me off from Pidgey, and I'm not really going to be using it for my team from that point. Moving on. Rattata, and it's not that good. Rattata is mainly supposed to be a fast physical sweeper, using its attack stat to mow down teams. The problem with it is that its attack stat isn't really that good, and its other stat being defining it is special defense and speed. Makes it decently good at tanking, but it's not that good. It's only a normal type Pokemon, which is definitely really good. Normal is tied for having the least amount of weaknesses of any Pokemon with electric, and its only weakness is fighting, a type that we're not going to be coming in contact with for a very, very long time. The biggest thing I can say about Rattata is that if you're playing Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, or Leaf Green, Rattata in its evolution can learn like a lot of HM moves, which in those games were moves that you had to use in order to progress with the story. Aside from that, though, it's not that good of a Pokemon. Next up is Oddish. This Pokemon is actually pretty good. This is our introduction to grass and poison types, which is probably the most abundant type of grass type you will ever find. Oddish is very, well, powerful in its special attack stat, having the most powerful special attack of any Pokemon that we have come across in a while. The biggest turnoff to you is that it's a Let's Go Pikachu exclusive. That's very underwhelming because this Pokemon is actually really good. It actually has some pretty good tanking abilities for being a grass and poison type, which has 5 weaknesses, and its special attack is amazingly powerful. Another big turnoff with it is that it's actually very slow, making it not that good of a Pokemon. But not good of a Pokemon speed wise, but as far as actually using it, it's actually not that bad of a Pokemon. If you're playing Let's Go Pikachu, I can definitely recommend this to you. Finally, and exclusive to Let's Go Eevee, we have Bellsprout. Bellsprout is a grass and poison type. Yeah, I really wasn't kidding when I said about Oddish. Like Oddish in its evolution family, Bellsprout has some of the most powerful attack stats for any grass and poison type. Unlike Oddish, however, it has a lot of speed. It actually has more speed to it, making it more viable. It's also got a lot of HP and decent defensive stats like Oddish's family, making it pretty good. Another thing about both Oddish and Bellsprout that I can say is that you're going to be up against a lot of Pokemon in the near future that Grass is actually super effective against. At the same time, though, you're going to be up against Pokemon that Grass is actually pretty weak to. So, not that bad of a Pokemon, but long term, it's actually pretty good. Both Oddish and Bellsprout. Hey everybody, I'm Silver Orpheus, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Last time, we started our adventure through the Kanto region, received our first Pokemon, which was an Eevee. And now, we are finally starting our journeys. Our journeys? What? Okay. So we have our... So I'm actually going to start off here by doing something that I actually did not do on my in the last episode, which was check my nature and stuff on Eevee. In this case, we have a lax nature, meaning we have higher defense and lower special defense, which actually balances it out. Which actually, yeah, that balances out our stats evenly across the board. Wow. That's pretty nice, I guess. Our Eevee's pretty good at everything. Defense, special defense, speed, physical attack, special attack. That's not that bad. We do have a mischievous, our characteristic is mischievous, which actually alters our IVs, which is something that I'll be getting into much later. Anyway, aside from that, we are pretty much good to go. So let's go out to the next route in the game, which is Route 22. So here we have our next thing, a patch of grass, and we actually have some new encounters here. So let's go ahead and jump straight on into them. Spearow is a normal and flying type, and this one is definitely much better than Pidgey. It specializes more so on attack and speed, making it more of a sweeper type Pokemon. Unfortunately for Spearow, though, by being a sweeper, it also has very low defenses. But if you can work your way around that, it's actually a really strong asset to your team. And it also gets some pretty good moves that benefit that. It learns Fury Attack at level 16 and Drill Peck at level 32. Not that it's going to matter, because you're definitely going to have it evolved by level 32, which, then again, its evolution, Fearow, also learns Drill Peck through level up, so nothing to worry about there. It's also one of the very few Pokemon that learns Roost through level up. That is a move that actually restores HP to the user, and it also loses its Flying type for that turn. A really good move if you can use it, and Spearow is definitely worth having for your team. Next up is Nidoran Female. This one is a pure Poison type. It doesn't learn a lot through level up, but it learns a hell of a lot of things through TM. It gets Bite in its moveset, Toxic, which inflicts badly Poison, which is Poison status, where the poison gets worse every single turn. It gets Crunch and Super Fang leveling up, which are really solid moves. Super Fang being a very strategic move that reduces half of the opponent's HP. But the biggest thing about Nidoran Female is that it actually learns a hell of a lot of TMs. So if you can actually keep it, if you can hold out on it for a while, this thing's well worth it. Last but certainly not least for Route 22, we have Nidoran Male. Like its female variant, Nidoran Male is a pure Poison type, but unlike Nidoran Female, this one is more of the offensive variant, specializing with its two biggest stats being both attack and special attack. Actually, no, its special attack and speed stat are tied, so scratch that. This thing is really good offensively. I prefer this one easily above Nidoran Female because this thing actually gets a lot of things done. One thing that I did not address in Nidoran Female's bio is that when fully evolved, these two Pokemon become Poison and Ground-type Pokemon. So, Ground-type Pokemon are very offensive in their movesets, and when fully evolved, they can actually when evolved, they can learn both Dig and Earthquake. So those are two moves that you really want to put on these two Pokemon, and they are really good Pokemon, both offensively and defensively. Alright, now with all those covered, we're gonna go ahead and try and find a new team member, and there's actually one Pokemon here that I want to catch, and it is this Spearow. Spearow is a more aggressive version of Pidgey. I am actually going to be using this thing on my team, so yeah. Welcome to the team, Spearow. Like with Eevee, there will be a 48-hour timing on which you can give this Spearow a nickname. Whichever one I like the most will be the nickname that gets chosen. So, welcome aboard, Spearow. So, continuing onwards, there's a lot of Pokemon out there to meet and whatnot, but there's also something else that you can do with your Pokemon box, and I'd like to do that right now. So as you can see here, we have Eevee here listed as number 1, and then Spearow listed as number 2. Now what I can do is that I can change its markings. This is something that I actually like to do. The favorites list will consist of my team members. This way I can actually know exactly which one I have for my team and which ones I don't. Eevee, it doesn't really matter because it has a little heart next to it, but I'm just doing it just to make things more aesthetically pleasing, if you will. Anyway, hidden item here, we have an antidote. That'll be really useful coming up shortly. And right here we have... Oh, hey, Hunter. You're hoping to make it to the Pokemon League someday, too? That's where you can battle the strongest of all the Pokemon trainers. The ones they call the Elite Four. I was hoping maybe I can get a glimpse of them, but the guard at the gate won't even let me pass without any badges from Pokemon gyms. Guess I'll just have to get there the long way, by battling and getting strong. So, Hunter, I guess that means it's on. And here we have a surprise Pokemon battle with Trace. Yes. It's battle time, and he's going to lead off with Pidgey. Pidgey is his newest addition. So, with Pidgey here is only level 3. It's not really that bad of a Pokemon. Well, not really that bad. It's actually the weakest of the two. I could give Spearow a debut battle right here, but actually, yeah, no, there's no chance I'm gonna have to give Spearow a debut battle, because being part flying is actually really bad for his other Pokemon, which is his Pikachu, which we saw last episode. In addition, the team experience share is a thing in this game. This can either be a good thing or a bad thing. That's pretty much your call. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I can see why people would like it. It makes grinding a hell of a lot easier, but at the same time, it just makes everything way, way too easy. Especially for this, well, not really so for this game. This game actually there's actually a lot of challenges in this game. So, to that degree, I don't really say it's the worst offender. But there are other generations out there that use it that are pretty easy. Eevee gets to level up. And we defeated Trace. Whoa, seriously? Alright, so, maybe battling like this is just helping you get stronger, huh, Hunter? Oh well, that works too. Let's train hard that someday we both make it to the Pokemon League. Yep, I hope so as well, and I honestly really don't. Oh, hey, looking at Spearow. Guess I'll catch another one of you guys just so we have enough. There is a reason why I'm actually going to be catching a certain amount of each Pokemon. That reason won't come up until much, much later in the game. So, for now, I'm just going to be catching Pokemon mainly for experience. And also, so we have enough Pokemon to go around. Okay, this is not... This way we actually have enough Pokemon for what we're going to be going through later on down the road. And... yeah, that should be good on that. There's an item down here which we can get. 5 Pokeballs. And that's pretty much it for that. Like Trace said, we can't do anything about going to the Pokemon League, so we may as well just turn around and head back. There are also 2 Pokemon around here I do want to catch. In fact, I'm actually going to roam around here. Okay. Oh, here's one. This here is Nidoran. Nidoran female, to be more precise. These are our first examples of poison. This is our first example of a poison-type Pokemon. Poison-type Pokemon are more defensive in their playstyles. They're also more about statuses, such as, well, you guessed it, poison. So, yeah, we have a Nidoran. Spearow got a level up. Really nice. And Nidoran female has been added to our Pokedex. So, Where to from here? Well, there's actually another Pokemon we can encounter later on down the road. I may as well go ahead and catch another Nidoran female, just because... Okay, you're gonna want at least 3 Nidoran females and 3 Nidoran males. Because you want to have each of the evolution line before the end of the game. So, yeah. French Y and the other Spearow gotta level up. I guess that's fine. That raises our numbers a bit. Catch combo is actually really unique because that actually increases into a chain for a mechanic called Shiny Pokemon, which is something that I'm probably gonna be going into later. I don't want to catch another Spearow. We already have 2 of them, which is more than enough of what we need to be going for. Oh, we found one! We found one! A Nidoran male. Alright, so Nidoran males. These are the more offensive variant of the Nidoran of the Nidoran family. Wow, I can't speak. Big surprise. There's a lot of things I can't speak about. But yeah, Nidoran male, a lot more offensive based than Nidoran female. So, and you're caught now. Like the female Nidoran, you're gonna want 3 of these as well. I'm not personally gonna be going after these things on screen, mostly off screen. And yeah, Nidoran male is gonna go back into the box. If you have more than 6 Pokemon in your party, that's where they'll go. But we're all done here, so let's head on out. Back into Viridian City. Actually, there's something up here that you can actually get. I completely forgot all about this until recent, Yep, there is something over here, a potion. 1 lone potion. Yeah, that's really nice. But anyway, we're back here in Viridian City now. This sounds like a golden opportunity to get rid of some of the Pokemon that I need. Actually, we did take damage in that last battle, I believe. Yeah, we did. So what I'm going to actually do is that I'm going to heal up Eevee, and then... Okay, first off, I'm gonna de-equip the Pokemon that we already have, put them in the Pokemon box. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal up my Pokemon real quick. So, Pokemon centers, like we demonstrated last episode, free healthcare, nothing more, nothing less. Also, your entire team of Pokemon gets healed. So, yeah, really useful to know. In addition, there's also something else that you can do in having more than 1 Pokemon. You can hit take out of the Pokeball. Spearow is going to travel alongside us now. This means exactly that. Spearow is following beside me. Actually, Spearow is actually flying ahead of us. Spearow is faster than me. No. Let me check my items real quick, because I believe there is something I need in the medicine pot. We have 1 antidote. Yeah, we're going to buy some of those, because antidotes will be useful for something later on down the road. Let's talk to Spearow real quick, because Spearow really wants something for us. I found a pretty wing. Yeah, that'll be that might be useful, might not. But I think now would actually be a really good time for Spearow to have its debut. It is a flying type, and we're going to be seeing a lot of things that flying type Pokemon are going to be super effective against. Type effectiveness will be your friend here. In which case, I'm actually going to go ahead and buy something from this. I'm actually going to buy 4 antidotes, because we already have... Because we're actually going to be dealing with poison. Antidotes cure poison status. Burn Heal cures burn. Ice Heal cures freeze. Awakening cures sleep. And Paralysis cures paralysis. There are various statuses in the game, and those items will cure those statuses. There's one other status in the entire game besides those, and that's Confusion. We haven't come across that one yet. We definitely will in the future, trust me on that. But for right now, we don't have to worry about that just yet. And anyway, right here we have a building. This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the gym leader is. Well, why not just check the sign? And Viridian City Pokemon Gym. I guess it doesn't say the leader's name on it. Well, that's a bummer now, isn't it? Anyway, let's head out to the next route, that being Route 2. So, Route 2 is not very much different from Route 1, aside from the fact that it actually has some new encounters, which, like with Route 22, we're going to be going over. Starting things off for us on Route 2, we have Caterpie. This Pokemon is not that good. Only knows Tackle and String Shot until it evolves. In addition to that, Caterpie also learns no TMs. The biggest benefit to having a Caterpie, though, is that it evolves super fast, evolving into Metapod at level 7, and it evolves further in the Butterfree at level 10. But it's likely, but long term, it's likely going to fall behind the rest of the team. But its biggest benefit, though, is that its stats are just going to skyrocket from evolving so quickly. Aside from that, nothing really of much more importance. Weedle, and like Caterpie, it's not that good. Unlike Caterpie, it's Bug and Poison type, so at least it gets the same type attack bonus from something other than Bug. But the biggest problem with Weedle is that it's not really going to have the chance to use that. The only same type attack bonus move that Weedle even uses is Poison Sting, which it has by default. Like Caterpie, it learns nothing else until it evolves, and it learns nothing through TMs. So basically, what Weedle is basically Caterpie, but specializes more in physical attack and special defense. And it also... this Pokemon sucks, quite frankly. Like Caterpie, the biggest use of having this thing is having its stats skyrocket because it evolves so early at the same exact levels as Caterpie, no less. Nothing more, nothing less. So, with all those Pokemon now done, let's proceed to actually... well, find a couple of them, because some of them are easier to find than others. And, well, I certainly found a Pidgey, and so what else can we find here? Oh, here's one. Here's a new encounter right here. This is Weedle, one of the two caterpillar Pokemon that one guy was talking about last episode. Weedle is a Bug and Poison type, and it is the the poison variant of the two caterpillar Pokemon. This thing can actually poison you with a move called Poison Sting, but we don't have to worry about that in these wild encounters. Anyway, we got a Weedle now, and like every other one else, and like every other Pokemon, you're gonna want 2 other Weedles. And there we go. You know what? Let's stop wasting time and move on. You guys have already seen Caterpie in the Pokemon bio. Let's talk to you, see what you have to say. If your Pokemon uses a move that is the same type, the move's power will get a boost. What she's referring to is same type attack bonus. Are you going to Viridian Forest? It's a natural maze in there. Be careful you don't get lost. But yeah, back to same type attack bonus. You will get your attack will do bonus damage if the move uses the same type as your Pokemon. Really good thing to know there. I came here with some friends to catch us some Bug-type Pokemon. My pals are itching to get into some Pokemon battles. Well, that didn't sound like much. Anyway, we found more Pidgeys here. Anyway, welcome to Viridian Forest. Viridian Forest is chock full of bug types. And I did not want to talk to Spearow right there. Oh, whoa, okay, this is actually something new. Huge encounters. Sometimes the Pokemon you want to catch is larger than, well, other versions of Pokemon you want. So, in addition, the bigger versions are harder to catch. There are also tiny ones, and that one actually broke out the Pokeball. So this is actually going to bring me into using raspberries. Let's go on and use one. That now makes the ring green, and now I can get an easier catch off of it. So let's actually see if we can actually catch this Weedle. There we go. Raspberries just make a Pokemon easier to catch. And wow, Pidgey and Weedle both got a level up off of that. Again, not that we're using those two, but Pidgey learned Gust. Weedle grew level 4. More firepower to us. A 4th cat. Wow, we already have 4 Weedles, really? Here we have Caterpie. And Caterpie is the other caterpillar Pokemon. It's not poison type, but it eventually evolves into a Pokemon called Butterfree, which actually has bug and flying type added to its type. Speaking on that, there are actually some new encounters that we are going to be going over in this route, because there are actually new Pokemon you can go over here. So, see you in the overworld. Metapod. This Pokemon is no different from Caterpie, aside from one thing. Upon evolving in the Metapod, the Caterpie evolution line learns the move Harden, which all it does is raise your defense stat by 1 stage. The big issue with this Pokemon is that its defense stat is not that great to begin with, leading to a lot of deaths by the hands of a lot of flying types, Pidgey and Spearow withstanding. The main, what you can't, long term, it's still not that good. But there is one catch to the Viridian Forest that if you're playing Let's Go Pikachu, you are definitely going to want. And that is, Butterfree can be found here in the wild, only if you're playing Let's Go Pikachu. For those of you playing Let's Go Eevee, you are stuck with a good old Metapod, but for now, let's just talk about what Butterfree can do. This thing, thankfully, unlike its predecessors, is actually pretty good this early on. It can learn moves such as Quiver Dance at level 22 and Air Slash at level 28. Those are really good moves for this Pokemon to have, especially for a bug type. The biggest problem you're going to run into with this thing is that its defense stats, its physical defense stat is not that good, having 50, and on top of that, it's actually not that strong. But if you can work past that, Butterfree can be workable, I guess. However, one thing is bad, and that is because you cannot have Metapoding Butterfree without having Kakuna and Beedrill. Kakuna can literally just do the exact same thing as Metapod. Harden, that's it. You're better off catching Weedle off in the wild where it has Poison Sting, so at least it can defend for itself. Luckily for you, it's not going to evolve into Beedrill until level 10, so you kind of have that going for you, but it's still not worth it. Beedrill. Oh boy, I've been waiting to talk about this one. This Pokemon in previous games was heavily nerfed by the fact that it has a signature move called Twin Needle, which allows it to take out the pesky psychic types. Unfortunately for it, it's part poison, and Beedrill's probably just going to go down in one hit due to its low defense stats. On the contrary, though, Beedrill, if you can raise it later on, will become a massive destructive force by the 8th Gym standards. So if you can put up with it by then, it's not going to be that bad of a Pokemon. It's going to tear things up badly. The biggest thing I can actually say about Beedrill is that it actually learns Outrage at level 31, which is a physical dragon type move. That's actually ridiculous. So Beedrill is actually pretty worth it in more ways than just one. Oh, and by the way, I'm not actually going to be revealing the hidden thing hidden at Gym 8 for a lot of these Pokemon. So, ciao! Oh boy, Pikachu. The mascot of the series and the first starter Pokemon we're going over. Alright, so let's try and start things off with the positives. Pikachu, compared to its evolution, actually gets plus 10 to both of its attack stats when it's paired with its held item, the Light Ball. One problem is that held items are inaccessible in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. If you are playing Fire Red or Leaf Green, however, this is actually a huge plus to Pikachu, being able to actually do more damage than its evolution. In addition, the big problem though is that compared to its evolution, Pikachu's stats are horrible. Its only weakness is ground, and most ground type attacks are physical, and Pikachu's physical defense is not good at all. The biggest plus about Pikachu though is that it actually has the ability to learn Light Screen leveling up, and it also gets Thunderbolt. It's one of very few Pokemon that get Thunderbolt through level up. So if you can put up with it then, it's actually not that bad of a Pokemon. Bulbasaur is encountered in Viridian Forest very rarely. In fact, the only way you're even going to be able to get this thing is through rare spawns, which is found if you can actually get a high enough catch combo. Bulbasaur is yet another grass and poison type. I really was not kidding when I said that this was the most overabundant form of grass type Pokemon out there. Anyway, let's stop talking about its type and actually talk about what it can do. Bulbasaur specializes more in special attack and special defense, and it's also a very good trap setter, being able to use things like Leech Seed and poison both poison and sleep powders. In addition to that, through TM, it can also learn Light Screen, which is really strong, and its strongest poison type attack is learned through TM, being Sludge Bomb. It's not really the best in terms of moves, because it doesn't really get that many in this particular game, but it's a strong Pokemon nonetheless, and later on, like Beedrill, it is going to get something that's actually going to benefit it humongously. Is that even a word? I don't even know, but whatever. Bulbasaur is going to get something huge towards the end of the journey. So if you can put up with it that long, without being able to have any good moves, you should be fine with it. So, with those bios done, we have a new Pokemon here, Kakuna. Kakuna is the evolution of Beedrill. The evolution of Weedle. Kakuna only knows one move in the wild. Kakuna only knows one move, that being Harden. All Harden does is just raise its defense stat. Nothing greater, nothing less. In addition, using a regular Pokeball will always have a yellow ring. No matter how many raspberries you use on this thing, the ring will always be yellow. So, yeah. And wow, a lot of us got experience off of that. Spearow grew to level 7. Eevee grew to level 10. And wants to learn Double Kick. That's a pretty good move for this stage in the game. I'm personally gonna get rid of Growl for it. I don't use Growl that much. So we're gonna get rid of Growl for Double Kick. As I said last time, when your Pokemon wants to learn a 5th move, you have to replace in another move for that 5th one. Pidgey grew up to level 6, Weedle grew to level 5, and Weedle grew to level 5. Anyway, Kakuna is added to our Pokedex. No need to use one of those other Weedle now. And we run into a trainer battle. So, yeah, this is our first trainer battle with anyone other than Trace or that youngster. Here we have Bugcatcher Rick, who is going to send out a Caterpie against us. This is where I can finally get to show off Spearow's battle mechanics. Spearow is a normal flying type. In addition, the only moves that Spearow knows right now are Peck and Growl. Growl lowers physical attack stat. Peck is super effective against bug-type Pokemon like Caterpie, so that attack did double damage. So Caterpie goes down, and that's the end of the fight. And this is pretty much how battles are going to be working from here on out. You're going to want to look for your super effective moves and then use them on the Pokemon that are weak against them. Simple as that. Anyway, we found a Caterpie over here. Let's catch it. This way we actually get another one. And toss it at... Wow, okay. Let's go ahead and use the Raspberry. We got numerous of these things. But also, it's better not to waste a Pokeball. If you'd actually stop, like, going into your little idle animation, that'd be really nice, Caterpie. There we go. I've never used so many Pokeballs to catch a Caterpie before. That's certainly a new record. Anyway, Caterpie was caught. We're going to get ourselves some XP for that. And Caterpie is going into the Pokemon box. There's a Bellsprout over here. I'm gonna go ahead and catch this one. I don't think... If you're playing Let's Go Pikachu, Bellsprout isn't in the game, but instead replaced with Pokemon with Oddish, which is a Let's Go Pikachu exclusive Pokemon. Are you kidding me? Really? Come on! I never wasted so many Pokeballs on you too. Guess that's just my opinion. You have got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me? Really? There. Thank you. Jeez. I've never had to deal with that so many times. Sheesh. Alright, we got 26 experience for that, and level ups on Pidgey and Weedle. 2 Pokemon I'm not even going to be using on the team. Nice. We got another Weedle. Bellsprout. Okay, that was actually pretty humorous. There's another Kakuna over there. Not that I really want it. But I want to come on over here so we can initiate a battle with this lady over here. This Bulbasaur appeared in the forest. Well, tough luck. Last Brittany. Nidoran female. So yeah, now we actually have to deal with poison types in battle. Unfortunately for us, we don't yet have a move that's super effective against poison types just yet. We probably won't for a little while. But I guess we could use same type attack bonus Peck. That did quite a big damage. So I'm also curious about what nature this Spearow has. Like, I wonder if it's like really good. Well, Nidoran goes down because that actually did a lot of damage for a non-super effective move on a defensive Pokemon. So we got 3 Pokeballs for defeating her. Receiving Pokeballs are going to be a pretty common thing. Let's check out Spearow's nature and stats, because that'll actually be really useful in like getting the noticing. A timid Spearow, so that's plus speed minus attack. You know, despite being minus attack, that actually did a lot of damage. And that was like the minimum damage possible that a Spearow could do to it, which is pretty hilarious considering the fact that, well, a Pokemon that's known to be as aggressive as Spearow is, well, more timid than, well, a Pidgey. Actually, yeah, let's head back up, because we actually want to head this way. Let's go through here, so we can battle this kid. And since you're a bug catcher, you're most likely going to be using some bug-type Pokemon, which our Spearow can knock out. Kakuna, okay. So here we're definitely going to be able to test out Kakuna's abilities. Granted, Spearow doesn't one-hit it with the same type of attack bonus Peck. That's also super effective. Oh wow, it actually lived. Harden, here we go. The only move this thing actually knows. Harden raises the physical defense stat. That makes my Pecks do much less damage, although it doesn't really matter anyway, because you're already so close to dying, so goodbye. Oh, dying. Less so dying than fainting, but I guess some could see it as dying because birds eat bugs, which is exactly why flying types are super effective on bug types. But less about that. This blue aura on this Bellsprout right here shows that it's tiny. Yes. A Pokemon can be, well, huge, and not only huge, but tiny as well. The tiny Pokemon are harder to hit, but I think are easier to catch than the larger ones. So, yeah, there we go. 80 experience. Wow. Wow, that's 4 level ups. And now I believe we are going to be seeing something And now we're going to be seeing something... Yeah, we get to go into a game mechanic now. What? Weedle is evolving. Yes. The first evolution, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, isn't even our team member. Weedle evolves into Kakuna, as you guys know from the bio. So we have yet another Kakuna. Yes, and Kakuna is also going to be learning Harden now. There we go. Much better to actually, well, catch a Weedle and then evolve it into a Kakuna than just catch a regular old Kakuna, because then you'll just be dealing with Harden. Anyway, we got another trainer here. And, well, it's practically going to be the same thing as usual. I'm not going to be showing off every trainer battle. In fact, if it's an optional trainer battle, it's most likely going to be reserved for bios. But if it's a mandatory battle like this one, then it's going to be shown off. So, Pidgey, level 4. Spearow also learned Leer, which lowers defense. So basically, Spearow's version of Tail Whip. Doesn't really matter anyway, because 2 picks will take this thing out. You see exactly how strong Spearow is. Actually, I'm actually starting to wonder if you have a plus attack Ivy. There's no way in hell that you would do that much damage with a minus attack nature. Like, there's just no way that you would do that much. Oh, new encounter! Metapods. Metapod is the evolution of Caterpie. Like Kakuna, the only thing this thing can do is Harden. So, why would you ever want to use... So, do you want to catch Caterpie over Metapod? Hell yes, you do. Unless you want to switch train all the time. Which I don't think you're going to want to do. If I can just catch you, that'd be really nice. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of... Oh yeah, that can happen too, where the Pokemon can just outright run away and you just miss your chance. Oh, whoa, 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 I was not hoping to run into a Pikachu. A tiny one at that. Pikachu is a new encounter. If you're not playing Let's Go Pikachu, you can actually catch a Pikachu for your team here. It's not as good as the partner Pikachu you get at the beginning of Let's Go Pikachu, but this thing, but if you want a Pikachu for your team in Let's Go Eevee, it's actually not that bad of a Pokemon. I actually used one on my first playthrough. It's not that bad of a Pokemon. If I can actually throw the Pokeball this time, that'd be really nice. There we go. Speaking of nice, I think the game knew exactly what I wanted. And we caught it. Nice. We got a Pikachu. The rarest encounter in Viridian Forest. Wow. 31 experience. And now I get to deal with 2 more Weedles evolving. And Pidgey learned Mirror Move. We ran into... I've never seen 2 Pikachus next to each other. And that pretty much means that we effectively have almost every Pokemon in Viridian Forest now. And we have another mandatory trainer battle against the Bugcatcher. Alright, let's go ahead and deal with this kid, Bugcatcher Sammy, who has 1 Pokemon, which is a Metapod. So I guess we'll be seeing Metapod in action. Not that you guys are missing much from watching me beat up on a Metapod, because all Metapod can really do is the exact same things as Kakuna, just Harden. Leer won't really make much of a difference because, well, wow, that did a lot of damage for her. Like, jeez. I'm really liking the Spearow. This thing is doing tons of damage against I mean, yeah, I know that was a super effective hit, but this Spearow is doing a lot of damage for being a minus attack nature. So that's plus 3 Pokeballs makes up for those Pikachu stalls. We already have plenty of Bellsprouts. And we're going to exit Viridian Forest at long last. Here we have, the higher the Pokemon CP is, the higher its combat power is. Higher CP is a value made up of various stats and things combined. Yeah, sure. I bet CP is really going to be useful for this game. Back out here on Route 2, you can find a tiny Caterpie. Sure, I guess I'll run into another one of you guys. Ugh. Sheesh. We also have more Rattatas here, not that we're going to be needing them. Can't cut the corner, and here we are in Pewter City. Hey, nice. I was hoping we'd run into each other. You know, there's a Pokemon gym up this way, right, Hunter? You can battle against the gym leader there, and he's seriously strong. If you want to get stronger, you've definitely got to try to take him on. Jeez, Eevee, you're ready for a good battle too, huh? Who wouldn't be? Alright then, you're making me want to cheer you guys on too, so take these. 5 potions from Trace, now that we already have enough of these things. I bought some for you with the prize money I've been earning in all my battles. Beat that gym leader, Hunter, and you can really call yourself a true trainer. Give it your best. And that pretty much does it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Next time, we're gonna head on to the Pokemon Gym. See you guys then.